Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So first I have to apologize that I did not do a reading yesterday. Yesterday I had some tests done in the hospital. I came back kind of late. I was very, very tired all day long. I was fasting. I couldn't drink coffee. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't drink tea. Nothing since the early morning. I was really, I don't know. It's more than tired. I was exhausted, and then I had to drink something that was really obnoxious and it did not I did not feel good afterwards. So my apologies, and I hope that I will be able to do some catch up today. Yesterday I did not even listen to videos, and you know that there is a very difficult situation here. Our government started a very useless and very unnecessary war in Gaza. And no matter what people are saying, okay, they are shooting rockets at us, but we started this. We began with that. It feels bad when you cannot even support your own country in a conflict like that. And I really feel bad because in previous rounds, I always supported my country, and now I just cannot. And I know that the main reason they are doing this is to block our protest, and they are succeeding. Tomorrow there won't be a demonstration in where I usually go to demonstrate. My husband would not go with me to Tel Aviv or other places where there are demonstrations because there are rockets falling also in many places, also in places near Tel Aviv. And I need to think on whether I will try and go on my own or whether I will stay at home. So it's a difficult decision. I still haven't decided yet. If I will find a way to get by myself somewhere, I will. At any rate, it's difficult. It's not only about trying to block our protests. It's also about stealing a lot of money from us. They are while they are fighting in the south and are expecting us to support them, they are just passing laws stealing $15 billion from the public to finance the ultra-Orthodox, stealing money from our hard-paid taxes to fund people that are not paying taxes. This is an outrage. You don't know how frustrated we all are. So it's really frustrating, and sometimes even you feel like you are, well, you don't know what to do next. You don't know where to go next. You just don't know how to go on. Okay, so this is about what is going on in Israel right now. And okay, so talking about my previous reading about King Charles and Nostradamus' quatrain about the second son that will succeed him. Many people wrote me in the comments, many wrote about the Australian Simon Durante that is claiming that he is an illegitimate son of King Charles. I did a reading about that in the past. What is going on here? I did a reading about this in the past, and it seemed, and I did find out that King Charles is King Charles is not Simon Durante's father, that he is not his son. But one of my subscribers came up with a very logical solution, and I am putting it out for you to tell me what you think about it. And what she said sounds really logical, and I think that this is something that Nostradamus probably did not think about. And once King Charles married Queen Camilla, her children became his stepchildren. Her firstborn son is King Charles' stepson, and he is older than William. So technically, William is becoming King Charles' second son. But because Queen Camilla's children are not on the line of succession, it is only technically, because Prince William is still the first in the line of succession. So you see how it is, it's logical, and it's something that Nostradamus couldn't even think about, because at the time when Nostradamus lived, there was no concept of divorce, especially not in royalty. So I think that this is probably a way to for a roundabout around for Nostradamus's quatrain to become reality, and not having Harry as the next king. And yesterday and today, I saw two very interesting headlines. One was that experts say that King Charles will abdicate in 6 years and give William the throne. And another one that was really interesting was that King Charles wants to heal the rift with Harry right now after the coronation. And then I read that Harry did have a talk with his father the night before the coronation, and there is a question on whether or not he went with his cousins and with Princess Anne to this dinner they all went to in a restaurant. I know that everyone went except William and Catherine. They did not go, but Anne went with her children, and the York girls went. But nobody saw Harry, so nobody knows if Harry went there or not. But there is a rumor that he did meet King Charles. Nobody knows exactly what they were talking about, probably around his plans and what is he going to do after the coronation, and we all know what happened. Okay, so today's reading is about the one who got away, which is Chelsy Davy. Now, it's kind of weird to see Harry going to trial and claiming in that lawsuit against the news, the news group, that they are at fault for him losing the love of his life. This is how he is describing Chelsy Davy. He blames them for Chelsy Davy leaving him, that because of the tapping, because she couldn't withstand this kind of life. She left him. She didn't want to marry him. And just to think that he is saying that Meghan is the love of his life, so shouldn't he be happy and just leave it at be and just let things stay as it is? I mean, and why does she let him go out and in public and claim that Chelsy Davy was such an important person in his life. I mean, what does Meghan, what does she win from this? What does she have to gain from Harry going around the world and claiming that Chelsy Davy is the one that he lost because of this intervention of the newspapers? So I'm going to look into this relationship. Now, I found a spread that looks into Harry's current relationship, into his ex, and how his ex affects him, and why does she still affect him? Why does she still why does he still pine to her? Why can't he let things just leave? Why can't he leave it behind? Why can't he just let the past stay in the past? And then, instead of an advice card of asking what should he do next, because I'm not interested in giving Harry advice, I will take a card and look at how his current relationship or his current wife is feeling about the way that he is referring to Chelsy Davy. So I am using the Secret Tarot, and I want to find out Harry's secrets. So before I start, please take a few minutes to look at my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such may or may not be true, so please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Let's put this one here and clear the deck again. Okay, let's start asking. Prince Harry's relationship with Chelsy Davy. How does this relationship affect Prince Harry today? What can we see about his current relationship, and what can we see about Chelsy Davy? How did she feel about Harry? How did she feel towards Harry? Why is this relationship still affecting Harry? And how does Meghan feel about Harry going around the world saying that Chelsy was his true love? Prince Harry's true relationship with Chelsy Davy, how does she still affect him? What is his current relationship, and how does Chelsy Davy see him? How does it affect him today, and what does Meghan feel about him going around talking about the relationship that he had with Chelsy and how he is sorry that it ended? Prince Harry's relationship with Chelsy Davy, and why is it still affecting him today? Okay, so let's cut the deck. The first card is his current relationship. So let's see what we're getting. And the card that I'm getting is the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this is not a very good way to describe his current relationship. And as Lady C says, Harry and Meghan keep on one hand telling the world what a perfect relationship they have, and on the other hand, trying tell the world that they are having problems. And the truth is that they do have problems. So from Harry's point of view, although we have a woman here, and she is red-headed, as you can see, he feels that, like the Nine of Wands, he feels that it's obstacle after obstacle that is being thrown in his way, and he feels like he needs to withstand these obstacles, and he thinks that if he will stand through these obstacles, everything will be okay. So he lives in this fantasy world that he can withstand those obstacles. So he thinks that he can, but you remember what happens after the Nine of Wands. After the Nine of Wands comes the Ten of Wands, which is the overload card. So this is not a very good card to describe a relationship. It just shows that he is feeling that he's left out, he is feeling failure. This is a person who is obsessed, even obsessed about his children. And, but just notice that this woman here in the card is not standing here all wounded and all standing and needs the cane to stand, like in the Rider-Waite tarot. She's not wounded, not physically wounded. It's more of an emotional wound. But this is how he feels, and this is how the relationship, his current relationship with Meghan. So this is the first card, and the second card is describing Chelsy and the way that she saw Harry, and what we're getting is the Two of Wands. Interesting, because it's another wand card, and the Two of Wands is a card that describes a person that is in the beginning of a road. So first of all, it is a card that shows that, first of all, this is not a loving relationship. This is not a person that sees Harry as someone that it doesn't mean that she did not love him, but she saw him as someone who is really still at a beginning of a road. She didn't see him as someone that is accomplished. And she saw him as someone who has a lot to learn. This is what the Two of Wands is. The Two of Wands is the beginning of a road. It's about going out on this voyage to realize your potential. So she saw him as someone who has a potential, but she saw him as someone who hasn't started to realize his potential. So this is a person that can have some kind of achievements in life, and she saw it. She saw that that he has the ability to have achievements. She saw the potential, but she saw him as someone who lacks knowledge, as someone who is going away, going to travels as he was at the time, but is still in this self-discovery road. Someone who is still in this spiritual development process. So she didn't see him as someone that is mature enough to have a long-standing relationship like marriage. And so she did not leave him because of the media, as he thinks. She did not leave him because he was royal, as he thinks. She left him because he wasn't mature and he wasn't willing to realize that. So this is how she saw him, and she probably tried to tell him that, and he probably didn't want to accept that. So it's not about a person that is a royalty and it disturbs her. It's about a person that is immature and a person that is only at the beginning of this road of a road to start realizing his potential. But if you're not taking the first step, and if you're not going out to the world to start realizing your potential, then you will never get there. Okay, so how did she affect him? And what we're getting here is the 10 of Cups. So at the time when they were together, he was very happy. The 10 of Cups is about wishes coming true. She was his true love. He was very much in love with her. He wanted to have a relationship with her. He wanted to build a home with her. You see, the 10 of Cups is a relationship card. It's a family card. It's a happy family card. This is how she affected him. This is how she made him feel. He was very much in love with her. He wanted her to be his wife. This is what he wanted. There is not much to say about it. It's about abundance. It's about happiness. It's about everything. She is his everything. So Chelsy Davy is most definitely the one who got away from Harry. So why does Chelsy Davy still affecting Harry so much? And what I'm getting here is the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is the ace of getting your wishes coming true. It's about renewal. It's about feelings. It's about so when he thinks about Chelsy Davy, he's thinking about all the 10 of Cups that got away. He's thinking about the happiness. He's thinking about all of that, full of feelings that he had, the abundance of feelings that he had, that couldn't be realized, and because it was cut, because it was not to be. And this is why she keeps on affecting him, because when he thinks about her, he is reminded of how much he felt about her. It's about renewal, it's about flow, it's about freedom, it's about abundance, it's about believing that you deserve things, it's about problems that getting solved by themselves. It's about finding love. All of those feelings that he had while he was with Chelsy, and he doesn't have them now. So this is the main thing that Chelsy gave him, and he doesn't get it now. So the main difference between Meghan and Chelsy, it's the wands against the cups. It's very interesting, because what Chelsy saw in Harry is wands that are not being realized. It's the potential that is not being realized, and he is ending up with this 9 of Wands, and what he felt with Chelsy was this happiness, abundance, this wholeness. And what he is lacking, and what is wants so much to recreate, is that feeling again. And that is why Chelsy is still affecting him so much. So how does Meghan feel about Harry's obsession with Chelsy? And what I'm getting here is the stars. Okay, so the stars, it's interesting, because the stars is a card of that is split into two. So in one of the interpretation of the star is about naivety. It's about loving feelings, but the other side of the star is about having Pandora boxes. It's about having secrets that cannot come out. So I think that this card came out because Meghan has a lot of things, a lot of secrets. She has a lot of Pandora boxes, And she is keeping those, and she doesn't want these things coming out. And this is the main reason why she's not holding Harry back. So, as I said, it's about being in an honest, naive place, and this is how Harry feels about Chelsy, or how he felt about Chelsy, and Meghan knows that. But there is the other side of the star, which is the trouble that's coming out, the secrets that can be opened, the evil eye, and the things that are ignored. And in a way, she is ignoring what Harry's doing right now. She's ignoring the way that he is admitting to the way that he felt towards Chelsy, because of those secrets, because she doesn't want those secrets coming out, because she's afraid that if she opens up and if she holds Harry and doesn't let him do this war against the newspapers, those secrets might come out. So I don't know exactly how these secrets can come out, but they can. So I will take a card from the underlying deck and see, and I'm getting the Lovers. Interesting. So the Lovers card is usually about, it's not about love. It's not about love. It's not about loving feeling. It is about cutting out, being very total and cutting out everything that is in your life's pathway that is disturbing you from moving forward. And as you can see here, we see two people, and there is a woman coming in between them, and she's leaving. And you can tell, and this is just, although she's not African American, or not even half African American, but this is Chelsy and Harry and Meghan that is coming in between. And there is something here. So Meghan had something to do with Chelsy leaving Harry. Now, you know that Megyn Kelly is saying that that Meghan had a vision board while she was still married to Trevor. There are people saying that there were a lot of there was a lot of attempts to make a connection between Harry and Meghan even before they met in London, at the time that she did manage to catch him, even before. And she never managed to get his attention until that time. But people that were involved, Marcus Anderson, but even beforehand, when she was, there was talk about the attempts to get a wife for Harry that is not white. And I know that there are talk about King Charles wanting his son to marry someone who is not white for the image of the royal family. And this is one of the reasons why he was so welcoming for Meghan, and why they didn't check her so as good as they should have. So I wouldn't put past Meghan to be the one that is cutting out and being in between Harry and Chelsy. This is what I see from this card. It's just shouting to me. It looks so this is more the intuition. It looks like this guy here is really calling this woman so much, and she's just leaving with this look on her face, looking back, but this woman is coming in between them. Okay, so oracles. It's becoming a new tradition to use two oracles. So the first oracle is the heart's hidden secrets. It's a new one. I just got it today, actually. So I haven't used it yet. Just cleaned it. And it's a very, poignant deck about secrets. So let's try and find Harry's secrets, and maybe, you know what, I will try and find Meghan's secrets as well. So let's take 2 cards from this deck. It's a 78 card deck. Okay, so let's clear the deck. Probably to cover most aspects of life. Okay, so clearing the deck again. Harry's deep secrets, Prince Harry's deep secrets, Prince Harry's deep secrets. Soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. I think that this is how he felt towards Chelsy, and this is his deep secrets. He cannot come out and say it out loud, but this is what he's implying. So this is his real feelings about Chelsy. He felt that Chelsy was his soulmate. This is how he felt about her, and this is why he keeps on fighting that fight. Okay, so let's find Meghan's deep secret. I think that her deep secret is her long time involvement and her long time plans to get Harry. But let's see what kind of secrets do we have for Meghan. Clearing the deck again. Meghan Markle's deepest secrets. Meghan Markle's deepest secrets. Okay, what we're getting is time. Waiting cycle moments. So are we talking about someone who waited for a long time and to get into Harry's life and waited for the cycle to change, waited for Chelsy to leave and for the right time to go into Harry's life? I wouldn't put it past her, and I think that this card is cryptic, but it gives us the clue for it. Okay. And the oracle for Chelsy is the goddesses among us. It comes from the same family of, if you remember, I used before the angels among us. So this is for the goddesses among us. And Chelsy is a goddess in a way. Clearing the deck. Chelsy Davy, Chelsy Davy, Chelsy Davy. So let's see, what kind of goddess is she? And what I'm getting is Lady Nada. It's about divine service, highest heart, and light work. So let's see the full meaning. Okay, so Lady Nada is a goddess and ascends master who works with many on the ascension path, or those who are actively trying to better themselves and be more loving, compassionate, and helpful, both in this world and on higher planes. She is said to have been a high priestess in Atlantis, where she taught the priests and priestesses how to work with energy healing and energy of self-transformation, sometimes seen as being a higher aspect of Mary Magdalene. Lady Nada vibrates with high frequencies of light and with the Christ light and the violet flame energies. Her energy is high, very high vibrational, and calling on her can help you be more deeply of service to the light and access, unlock, and activate the higher heart chakra. And when we're talking about love, it's about consider carefully who you fully open your heart to. You are vibrating at high frequency, and those who are not may not always understand you or what you need. Focus on the relationships that feel good to your soul. Interesting. Okay, so this is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.